Thursday skill class. Let's get started. Hey! Okay, arms forward. Hey, again, this workout's just only going to be a 30-minute workout or so. Back. If you have any injuries, pay attention to that part of your body. Substitute techniques and exercises for things you can do. Crossing. Don't sacrifice good technique for speed or power. Of course, watch your surroundings. You're on carpet. That means that you're not going to be able to slide so much. Hands up, turning. You might have to make smaller steps. Step out, reach. Let's go a little bit deeper on this one. Just a little bit deeper. Let's work ourselves up. Forward with the knees, circle back, forward, circle back. Reverse it. Okay, circle with the ankles. Other direction. Up and down, toes. Other foot. Other direction. Up and down, toes. Okay, let's bring the knees straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake it out a little bit more. See if you go a little bit quicker, maybe a little bit higher. Again, we're still in warm-up, so just do with what you're comfortable for doing. We're just trying to raise the body temperature up and start the workout. Right, left. 1, lift, lift. 2, lift, lift. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And shake it out. Okay, so before we get started on the actual workout, I guess I'm going to kind of ask you the hard question. Have you been eating too much and gaining weight, not exercising too much, maybe stressing and stress eating a little bit? Or maybe you're doing the opposite. You're stressing out and not eating. Both extremes are bad. So on these workouts, I'm trying to keep them down, something that's manageable that you can do throughout the day that you can also come back and do. I've focused mostly on leg motions instead of hand motions, push-ups, sit-ups. These are things you can do throughout the day. The leg motions, 1, most people need more work on their legs, and 2, it makes the workout a little more productive. This is fine, but it's going to take a long time to get a workout doing that, whereas squatting, kicking, gets that heartbeat right up there. So that's why I've been focusing a little bit more on the legs. So if you have found yourself, maybe eating too much, maybe this is a good time to readjust, reset that attitude, stay out of the kitchen, get a little bit more control. Eating is something you actually can control. Exercise is something you can control. You can control a lot in your life, actually. If you're the opposite, some people get stressed out a little bit when they get worried or anxiety. They don't eat anything. That's, again, just as bad as eating too much. So take a check, okay? I'm just here to remind you. That's it. That's my lecture. Now we're going to work out, see if we can sweat a little bit. And of course, I'll focus on the leg motions because the workout is more productive that way. Okay, so the first motion we're going to do, first training, is I just want you to stick your left leg, step to an open X, okay, and step back. So step to the open X, straight line, okay, and I just want you to then down and up. Only go down as far as you can. 2, if you feel any pain in the knees, don't go so low. 3, we're just waking up the legs. 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember, there's alternatives to these. 8, you can think about that. 9, because if you have pain, you shouldn't be doing this. 10. And this is a basic lunge. Okay, that's just this motion. If you're feeling anything in the forward knee or something at this angle, you should not even do it. And don't even fight through pain. That's a silly concept. Okay, let's step to the other. Open X. Okay, back. Step forward. Find yourself. Balance point. Okay, here we go. 1, waking up the other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I like that open X lunge because both legs have to work a little bit. And I always like to do more than one set. Give it just a second to relax into it. Step with the other leg. And I'll go a little bit further back with my back leg so I can go a little bit deeper without leaning forward. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, shake it out. We're going to do the same thing with the other side. Switch back down, a little bit deeper with that back leg. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And shake that out. 30 of those is actually getting into a pretty good workout. I don't want to toast our legs too early on, so I think we'll just do 20 is fine. Okay, we're going to go out a couple of stances. So go ahead and put your hands, relax, but keep them up a little bit. Elbows to the body. We're going to sweep out to a horse. We'll do a right leg sweep, and then a low left foot sweep. Okay, so now I realize that if you're on carpet, I don't want you rolling an ankle or anything. So just, there's the high one, there's the low one, and then the squat comes into it. So we're still on the legs. Here we go. 1, back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, back, 5, back, 6, back, 7, back, 8, back, 9, back, 10, back, other side. 1, high sweep, low sweep. Back, 2, high sweep, low sweep. Back, 3, back, 4, back, 5, back, 6, back, 7, back, 8, back, 9, back, 10. Now just hold right here. Now we're going to do some squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, back up, shake it out a little bit. And I like, depending on how I'm doing the squats, call it a squat, but really I'm just training my horse stance. And when I actually do a squat, I want to pull my feet out a little bit. I want to drop a lot lower and back up. Okay, right now we're just working on the motions that we use in the art. So here we go again. Down to your horse stance, knees out, back straight, and the knees on up. 2, knees out, back straight, back up. 3, back. 4, back. 5, back. 6, back. 7, back. 8, back. 9, back. 10, back. Okay, shake it out a little bit. And we'll go into a neutral bow stance. Actually, let's do a combative bow stance. I'm gonna shade up here. If I go too high, I might. So let's go ahead and put our hands on the hips. We're gonna go to a right front bow. That means your left leg moves. Your right hand comes up, and let's do the other side. Okay, left bow. Okay, left hand, right punch, and back. Okay, I want you to focus again. Legs, shoot back and down. Back leg lock, front knee bent. This isn't a speed race. We're trying to get that type of aerobical workout. I want to really, really work the legs. That's best to do a little slower and a little deeper. Here we go. 1, sweeping palm block, thrust punch. Back. 2, back. 3, don't worry about the speed of the hand. Back. 4, just get a good stance in there. Back. 5, of course, you can always go quicker if you want. Back. 6, if the count's going too slow for you. 7, go deeper and punch twice. Back. 8, back. 9, back. 10, back. Other side. 1, back. 2, back. 3, back. 4, back. 5, back. 6, back. 7, back. 8, back. 9, back. 10, back. Okay, again, warming up the legs. You should be feeling pretty good right about now. What we're going to do now is we'll go back to let's go to a left bow stance. We're going to kind of pull our foot like we're doing a knee. When our knee is around, we're going to extend it out to a roundhouse. I don't want you to throw your roundhouse. I want you to control your movements today. Okay, it's a little bit different workout. In all honesty, that's easier than doing a slow, accurate motion. Okay, it's quicker, has some uses, but it's a different sort of training. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that back leg, we're going to bring the knee around like we're kneeing, okay, that direction. Once we're at that point, we're just going to extend our foot out and then pull it back. Okay, so I don't want you to think roundhouse kick, or you'll start kicking. Knee, extend for a stretch, retract. Okay, so here we go. Ready? 1, 2, pull it around, extend it out, and back. Just trimming. 3, pull it around, extend it out, and back. 4, back. Okay, so I have a wood floor here. I can pivot pretty easy on this, but even this floor sometimes. If you're in carpet, that pivot probably is not even good for you. So, alternative, pick your foot up, place it where you need it to go. Nothing wrong with that. Pull the other foot around the knee, extend out and back. Okay, there's always an easier way to do this stuff. Use your environment as a method of training. Don't fight it. So here we go. 5, 6, knee, extend. 7, lift the knee up, extend the foot out for a stretch. 8, 9. Remember, we're looking for just the workout. Don't get too technical today. 10. Okay, we're going to go to the other side. Same thing. Bring that knee around. 1. Then extend the leg out. Back. 2. Bring the knee around. Get your balance. Extend it out. Back. Take control of it. 2. Now it's 3. Back. Heavy gravity. 4. Back. 5. Back. 6. Back. Remember, knee first. 7. Knee first. Then extension. Back. 8. Knee first. Then extension. 9. 10. Okay, so I have a lot of different ways that I teach and go through the roundhouse kick. And each one is just another tool or another device to get a certain part of the leg better. Maybe more flexibility, maybe more strength, more tightness, whatever the student or what I need to work on. So I'm doing an opened up motion, and then I'm coming around. And what I'm trying to do on this exercise isn't an official roundhouse kick, because it's an exercise. So I'm trying to prevent this short, choppy kick where people bring the knee into them and back up, energy going that way, and they got a chop kick. Okay? Again, if he's close to you, you might end up doing that. But I'm trying to keep this extension out, shoulder and knee out as I extend. Okay? That's all I'm trying to do, is just keep that and feel that. And I can feel that best by going slow. Hey, if I go a little bit faster, I might bend that knee closer to me to get a little extra height and not even realize I'm doing it. Okay, so let's go back to, my legs are starting to cool down, and that's not good. So I'm going to step forward with my left leg, and I'm going to take that back leg, I'm going to drop down. 1, good old lunge, and then I'm just going to turn to the horse stance, stand back up, turn to the open X. That's one motion. Here we go. 1 count. 2. Hold for a second, turn up and around. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Okay, now again, carpet, right? Step, raise up, lift the leg up, squat down. Get the same workout. If you can pivot though, it's designed more for that. 8, down, rotate, back up. 9, straight down, rotate, back up. 10, drop, back up. Okay, shake it out. That should have got both legs actually back to where they are, so we don't need to do both sides. Swing back. We're going to lift it up, okay, and then we're going to shoot it straight back. So now I'm looking for a little bit of fluidity. Hands up out of the way. So 1, back. 2, back. Point the knee a little bit. Put it right toward me. 3, point. So lift it up and point. 5, 6, 7, lift and point. A little higher than the hip. 8, lift and point. 9, 10, other side. 1, I'm not going to the cat stance. 2, I'm going right to the crane and then to the pointed one. 3, 4, 5, stretch out the hip flexors. 6, point the knee. 7, point the knee. 8, 9, to the other side. This time we'll extend it out like we did the roundhouse, but we're doing a front kick. This maybe should have been the first exercise we did. Oh well. Lift, extend, shoot it back. Lift, extend. Now again, timing, distance, speed, training, it all matters. What I don't want you to do on this exercise anyways is to pull your leg back and throw the kick as your body's going that way. That works great in the air. You hit somebody or something coming towards you, you're gonna go that direction. So for this training, I want you to get, see how I'm pushing forward? It's gonna stop my backward momentum. Then I extend the kick. Okay, yes, I can do it in one smooth motion, but we're training to get there. 1, that's why there's a slight pause. 2, 3, 4, doesn't have to be fast. 5, and it probably shouldn't be. I want you to feel the direction you're going. 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. I had to do that again. I was trying to peek at the clock and I shouldn't have done that. 10. Oh, did I say that out loud? And we're going to the other side. Okay, we got, good, we're good on time. Other side, same thing. 1, 2, lift, point, extend. Don't even think kick for now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake it out a little bit. Okay, so we're going to go to a horse stance. So sweep the leg out and sweep the other leg out. Squat, pull it back. Sweep the leg out, sweep the other leg out, squat and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So everything we've done so far, it's really, I classify this stuff as a warm-up, really not so much a workout. It can be a workout, of course, depending on what you're focusing on. But if I wasn't talking and I was doing this on my own, I would do as many as I need to do to warm that part of my body up. So the workout that we just did is usually about 11 or 12 minute warm up for me. And I also will add a few things. So if I was here without the camera, I'm just warming up for my training. I might go lift, lift, squat, side kick, lift, lift, squat, side kick. I might go lift, lift, squat, front kick. And I just might start adding it, but what I'm going to try to do is I have the base, there's a time that this takes, and I'm going to keep that time the same. And then I'm going to add as many things as I can if I'm warmed up to. So if I can add, a squat and a double kick and a squat, awesome. That's the type of training I'm doing for the day. But I don't speed up the count. I keep the count the same and try to add more. Some days I'm getting to about here and the count's already done. That's usually probably like a Sunday when I've worked out for 6 days. So you're doing really good. That workout here, it's really good if you've done it with me. Your legs should feel pretty darn good. They should be pumped up a little bit, and you shouldn't be all that sore tomorrow unless you've been doing absolutely nothing. and shame on you, okay? But you can fix it. You always have right now. So this workout, again, I'm focusing on the legs. For you students that have been here for a while, you can see the value in these little exercises, but you're also allowed to change. Don't look at something because you're a higher belt and say, oh, I already know that, I'm not going to do anything. I'll just fast forward, or I'll sit around and watch other people do their exercises on YouTube. Go ahead and add something that's beneficial to you. Okay, so I know myself, when I train this Open X, 30 of those is quite a workout. I mean, it's not where I'm going to be sore tomorrow, but it's definitely my body's going, oh, hey, time to think about this. But I like to add things. Okay, so I'll step back and maybe pull a block, then I'll come around with another block. Maybe I'll come up with a back fist followed by a side kick, and then I'll squat down. I mean, I give you guys the base movement, the base exercise in classes. As you become higher and higher, those bases stay the same. What you do is you have to add your knowledge to it, okay? What you're working on. So if you're working on elbows, what I would be doing is I would be doing total focus on the application of the technique so I don't hurt myself, but also there's a benefit for this in a lot of things. So here I am working on my elbows. I drop down, I throw this elbow up, don't throw it. I move, maybe I hook right here. Maybe I reach back down after that elbow, come back around. Maybe I hit this elbow in. Maybe I hook around all the way up, come up there, and maybe I finish with a low knee and I'm back up. So you could follow along with these classes and do so much more than the same thing, okay? So I always say in my advanced classes that mastery starts when boredom begins. And what I mean by that is you can't master something and study it and figure it out until you've got all the basics down so well that you're bored. And I don't mean bored in a way that I don't want to do. I mean like you're not thinking about fitness, flexibility. Now you can actually study it. Okay, you can actually learn what, you're not worried about the open action. It sounds horrible, but you're bored. Doesn't mean you quit or you stop. You're disciplined, you're a higher belt. It's not even what I mean. But now you can start mastering it. How's that elbow work? Bang. How's that elbow work? How's the next elbow work? Is there room to do another elbow? What is it, this angle or this angle? Where's my opponent? Is it worth bringing the knee up? Hey, or should I do a Shaolin step? Well, if I'm doing elbow motions, I'd rather do that. It's just an example of what you can do in these workouts. I'm keeping them basic on purpose, okay, so that everybody can get something out of it. But I also was a student in a higher belt a few decades ago. And I know that sometimes in the workouts as a younger higher belt, I thought, oh, I already know that. And I kind of just did the exercise and kind of turned off a little bit. It's only when I figured out that, hey, I know this technique, now I can start studying it. Now I can figure out, oh, I didn't even notice that elbow had a leg hook. I was so involved thinking I knew this that I lost everything else. So that's my lecture. I'm going to close it out and I'm going to tell you, stay positive, do stuff for yourself, do stuff for your family, do stuff for your neighbor if you can. Do whatever it takes to smile and stay positive. Okay, let's get bowed out and I'll see you tomorrow for Friday's workout. Pastor Harrison, hey!